كفروا لا تعتذروا اليوم إنما تجزون ما كنتم تعملون يا أيها النبي جاهد الكفار والمنافقين واغلظ عليهم ومأواهم جهنم وبئس المصير. Dearest brothers and sisters, our kind viewers and our listeners, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Those two verses are taken from chapter 66 of the Qur'an, verse 7 and 9. The first verse adds to the qualities, to the features, to the characteristics that are associated with kufr. I'm not saying necessarily because somebody has this quality that they are for life outright people of kufr, but definitely this habit, this attribute, this quality, this feature is significant of kufr, and it is something that should be guarded against. And the Qur'an tells us, Ya ayyuhal ladhina kafaru, addressing people in whose life divine guidance does not pop out, who actually hides it, conceals it, veils it, blocks it out, suppresses it, and does not give importance to it, that it should stand out in their lives. And the Qur'an addresses them, La ta'tadiru al-yawm. Do not make excuses. You and I are familiar with that quality, with that expression, where quite often at times when we are invited, when we are given the indication that look, there's a lot of good here, and we do not deny that, but we give explanations that tend to show it is not possible for us to come. We are too busy right now. We do not have the means. So what we are doing really is making excuses. And you will see, this is a human phenomenon. This has nothing to do with people who belongs to this group or that group. And this is a cancer, because you can see it in community, near and far. And that is, do not make excuses, because your effort will determine your results. Nobody else. Your effort in life will determine your results. And as I've been saying this in many, many quarters, people tend to put their results in the hands of God, figuratively speaking. They put, God, you do this for me. God will bless you, my son. God will bless you, brother. God will bless your marriage. God will bless your studies. What we don't realize, that God has already set laws of blessings and laws of disappointments, laws of success and laws of failure. When we say insha'Allah, we have it the wrong way. Like so many things. We say insha'Allah as if God is going to decide whether we should come tomorrow or not. Insha'Allah means if these laws have been established. And if we plan anything that is beyond the laws of Allah, we are just being disrespectful. Everything is possible once we make the efforts, and it is within the laws that govern our existence and govern actions and govern results. It's not some kind of spooky, mystical something. I will come to you tomorrow, inshallah. I make no effort to come. What happened, brother? You didn't come. You know, Allah didn't want me to come. We have to understand that the Qur'an is a unique book that is here to enhance us, not to allow us to remain where we are. And that's why it says to us, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Meaning, the Creator Allah does not get involved in human life. He does not get involved in human life, not in a positive way or a negative way. Because the Qur'an has also told us in numerous occasions, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَظْلِمُ النَّاسَ شَيْئًا. Human beings are not wronged by God in any way. God set laws in nature. And anybody who understands these laws affect them positively or negatively. It affects their physiology, their biology, their psychology, their sociology. Everything that is animate or inanimate within the domain of the environment are governed by those laws. And it is really childish to say, oh, God did this and God did that, and therefore God should do this for me and God should do this for you. How come God chooses? God makes you very educated and makes me very stupid. This is a very bad God. God makes you very wealthy and makes me a pauper. Right? This God got to be bad. Why do I want to know a God like that? What we need to understand, there are laws and regulations and the wills that we say. The will of God is not your will and my will. The will of God relates to laws that govern the environment in which I'm a part of. It is in my interest to understand the environment, to study the environment, to study nature, to study all the creatures around me, to study animate and inanimate objects. And in that, I will find the will of Allah. So the Qur'an tells us that making excuses is the next form of lies. You and I may not realize when we are lying to one another. I may give you a nice excuse, dress it up beautifully, and you say, that's a holy brother. If he says so, it's so. And you may give me an excuse and I say, oh, that's a holy sister. I gotta believe what she said. This time it's a placebo we are giving one another. What we need to understand, the danger of excuse is that when they are not real, then we run the risk of allowing them to become ingredients of our lives. They become part of our lives. They develop into habits. They occupy a big part of our lives. And it is really a form of deception. And all we need to understand, that's what the Qur'an tells people. People of Iman, they know what they are getting. That's what they work for. There's no fooling around. It's just the people of Kufr who are always fighting and quarreling. Because what happened? They always have a lot of expectations from God, and most of the time it's not forthcoming. But if you and I become people of Iman, and Iman by itself is not to be understood as a term by itself. There is nothing like Iman by itself. There is always Iman billah, Iman bi kitabillah, Iman bi rusulillah, Iman bi malaikatillah, Iman bil yawm al-akhir. So Iman is always relative to specifics. When we say Iman billah, it means we